Okay, good evening, football fans, and we're live from Alliance, Nebraska, 148 miles north of Brush. So, a little road trip here, Ron.
A little road trip up to Bulldog Stadium. Beautiful night tonight for high school football. Always look forward to Friday night football, and what a great place to be on the road here at Bulldog Stadium. So I know Brush is looking forward to getting a chance to bounce back after 2 weeks ago, that loss at home to Fort Morgan. They've had 2 weeks off. They had last week off, they had a bye, and so that gave them an opportunity to get some guys healthy, but also work on some things and see what they can do to improve on and get themselves back on the winning track this week.
Well, the Bulldogs in their gray pants, blue jerseys, white numbers, gray hats. Hats. Where'd I go? I was thinking about looking at your hat instead of theirs.
It'd be helmets.
Helmets, yeah. Beat Diggers traveling with their white jerseys, gold pants, and the Cardinal leggings and numbers. And their typical Beat Digger Cardinal helmets with the BHS on the side.
At this time, we'll go over the Beat Digger starting lineup. The Beat Digger starting lineup is brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Mobile banking on the go makes banking easier for you when you're on the go. Check it out today. And tonight's starting lineup for the Brush Beat Diggers. A freshman at quarterback, number 12, Alejandro Maltos Garcia. A junior tight end, Luke Seawald, number 14. A junior running back, Nick Wellen. Senior running back, Isaac Morales. Junior wide receiver, Hunter Dunn. Senior offensive lineman, Nate Miner. Senior offensive lineman, Josiah Fuentes. Senior offensive lineman, Chase Barnett. Senior offensive lineman, Thomas Metlin. And splitting duties tonight, I believe at left tackle will be junior Jaden Martinez and also sophomore Servando Herrera. That rounds out the Brush Beat Digger starting lineup, as I know they've had to shuffle around some guys there on the offensive line, and in the pregame snaps here, I saw them rotating those two back in and out of the game there at different snaps, so I'm assuming that based on that they got some playing time so that in case one of them's got to go in, they're ready and they know what they need to do. So should be a good game and a good matchup for Brush. I know this is not something that we normally play. It's a non-conference game, and so not having a whole lot of film or having any exposure to it makes it a little more difficult. But with them being able to get some film from the coaches, they exchange film and they're able to scout them. From watching some of the film myself, the Alliance Bulldogs they're a big physical team. And they like to run it straight at you. They also like to use a lot of the spread offense. So go three wide receivers, two wide receivers. They'll be in shotgun, and they like to mix it up a lot. They like to toss the ball real quick on some quick bubble screens, little quick passes, get those guys out in the flat, out in space, and let them make big plays. So it's going to put some pressure on the defense tonight, especially our defensive backs, to see how well they can cover that. And also, we're relying heavily on the offensive and the defensive line, but mainly when Alliance is going to line up and go square toe-to-toe with them, our defensive linemen have got to make sure that they make a pile there and keep them from getting big yards as they go up and down this field.
And Bulldogs are ready. The starters I've picked up on, 75 Noah Freeze, offensive and defensive lineman. Then we'll have number 64, Braden Palmer, offensive line and defensive line. Number 52, Bailey Hood, middle linebacker. And a center, Zing Zhao, is number 50 out there at offensive and defensive lines. At number 21, Jace Bauer, outside linebacker and running back. Braden Wilson, number 19, tailback and middle linebacker. Reese Jensen, 89 yards receiving last week. Plays quarterback, wide receiver, and safety. Then we've got Chandler Stinson, running back, outside linebacker, and wide receiver. Number 7. Number 5 is Mason Hemstra, wide receiver, strong safety, and kick returner. And then our other starters, Kyson Harris, wide receiver and quarterback. Let's take a short timeout. We'll be back with more on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Welcome back to Alliance, Nebraska, and we want to thank, our Beat Digger starting lineup was brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Mobile banking on the go makes banking easier for you when you're on the go. Check it out today. And then also, we're getting ready for the opening kickoff. It's brought to you by Buildings by Design. When it comes to experience, Buildings by Design is the best in the business. Quality, commitment, and experience makes Building by Design the only choice when it comes to your next project. It looks like the Bobcats are about ready. The Beet Diggers are still lined up over there. So,
And as far as opening kickoff goes, the Bulldogs didn't win the opening kickoff, so they chose to defer to Brush. So Brush will get the opening kickoff to begin this first half. And so it's good, I think, to get the offense on the field here and just kind of get them loosened up to see what they can do against this defense right now. And so it should be exciting, and we're looking forward to a good, exciting game here tonight. Of course, this game will be on the road. Then next week they'll be heading home. Next week is homecoming week, so something to look forward to. But it'd be nice to get a win here going into next week and getting ready for that homecoming week against Ray, which Ray's going to be a fairly good opponent coming into town. They're a tough football team, and they've got a lot of athletes on that team right now. So we're just about underway at Bulldog Stadium in Alliance, Nebraska.
okay, we got Isaac Morales and Queen back, setting up around their 5-yard line. As officials going to hand the ball to the kicker. I think that's number 7. Nope, number 3. I don't have a number 3, do you? Oh, number 9. Let's do that again. That's Creighton Siza. Kicker, wide receiver, and cornerback. At a 19-yard field goal last week. And we're underway. Nice high kick. Coming down about the 15, 16-yard line, right up the middle. A little break and across the 30. That'll be Queen on the carry. Some pretty good blocking there, Ron.
Good block and a nice return. A good way to start off the first drive at the 32-yard line. Brush going from right to left on your dial.
There was no penetration by the Blue guys on our blockers there.
Well, I think with it being a high kick like that, they were kind of surprised, it looked like, at the kickoff, and they didn't move as quick as they needed to once that ball was kicked, so Brush had a chance to get downfield and get their wall set up and get a good return.
Hondo is under center, backs in the tee. Put Queen in motion to the far side and hand it to Wellen. He breaks up for about 3 yards. We'll start this drive at the 32-yard line. We're going to give him 4 yards along 3. Line up with 2 wideouts this time. Tight end to the right, backs in the tee. Hondo under center. We'll bring Queen in motion towards the line of scrimmage. Underneath handoff, Wellen breaks through. He's going to be real close to the first down. I think he may have it. It's going to depend on the spot here. And their official says, yep, first down.
First down, they split the wide receivers out. If you're familiar with Brush football, it's a 600 formation. Both receivers are wide. They ran what they call a 654 special. A nice quick inside handoff to the fullback, and he was able to grind it up the field and pick up a first down. Great job for Wellen.
First and 10 for the Diggers. Ball set about the 43-yard line. In motion by Queen again, coming towards us. And a little underneath handoff. And driven back has got to be Morales. There was a pretty fancy ball handling there in the middle. I couldn't tell where the ball was, but we got a couple yards there. But set the ball down at the 45-yard line of the Beet Diggers. Second down and 8. Hunter Dunn in with the play. He's a junior for the Beet Diggers. And Dunn will come here to the near side. Queen in the slot to the near side, to left. Beet Diggers headed north. Queen will go to the far side. And an underneath handoff to Wellen. He's going to break free. He's going to be almost to another first down. He's going to be into Bobcat territory. Good blocking off the right side by the Beet Diggers. First and 10 Diggers. 2 plays, 2 first downs. 2 plays per first down, 2 of them.
And you know that's what Coach Schwint's looking for. Control the clock, convert third downs, pick up first downs. That means you are holding onto the ball and you're keeping it away from your opponent.
Jose Salazar flexes off here to the near side. And there's an underneath handoff, and I think that's Wellen again, right up the gut. Going to get about 3 yards. We'll set it down about the 44-yard line of the Bobcats. Just underway, no score, 9:25 on the clock and counting. Got a new number out there, 80 for the Beet Diggers. He'll flex out to the far side, right in front of the Beet Digger bench. Backs are set, put Queen in motion to the near side. Hit a pitch this time to Morales. He's got a blocker out there. He's going to outrun his blocker, dive forward, be real close to the first down. Maybe they're going to give him it. It'll be 3rd and 1. Ball's down to the 38-yard line. Nice to have those hash marks out there, Ron. Beet Diggers will be working from the near side hash marks as they head north. Hunter Dunn wide to the right. Queen to the near side, right at the sideline. And the handoff goes to Morales, and he should be up for the first down.
Just a straight ahead dive for Morales at 24.
Just kind of move the other guys out of the way, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Beet Diggers. Took them 3 plays to get the first down this time. And it'll be 1st and 10 at their 37-yard line of the Bobcats. Jose Salazar comes to the near side. The Beet Diggers move to the right hash marks. Queen's in the slot to the near side. And a pass. Alejandro's out there, and it's right into the hands of one of the Bobcats. He wishes he had that one back. Morales was out there, but he was behind the defender. Now it looks like that was number 3 out there.
Yeah,
Jake somebody.
Yeah, that time he set Morales out in the flat. A little quick flare out in the flat there, and he went for an open spot, but he had a defender in front of him and behind him, and Maltos just didn't see him right there, threw the ball, and an interception. So first turnover of the game at 7 minutes and 44 seconds to go.
And the Lions will start at their own 36-yard line, headed to our right, to south. And there's a little comeback pass here into the middle, and oh my goodness, Beet Diggers, they're going to hurt that little guy, number 4. Kyson Harris he was running the wrong side of the field there. All of a sudden, he's not feeling as good. He really got decked there. Kind of got up high. No, that's somebody else. It's 5 there. That's Mason Hemstra. Hemstra had 2 interceptions last week. And he's down. Going to be gain of maybe a football length.
Coach walking out on the field and check on the
got an injury time here, so let's talk about this brush timeout. It's not really a timeout, but an injury timeout is brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Greg Mullen and his team are there to make a difference. Make your insurance world easy for you. Give them a call at 842-4555. That's State Farm Insurance, Greg Mullen Agency. Okay. Number 6 will come wide to the near side. Backs in a T, little shotgun, hand off to the right side, and it's not much of a gain there for Kyson Harris. There's listed as wide receiver, but he's working as a running back.
Well, the Brush defensive line is doing a great job of getting their hands on the offensive linemen and not letting those guys get out to our linebackers. And as a result, our linebackers are making plays and making tackles. So they're causing some problems right now for this Bulldog offense.
And number 6 on the near side. Wide receivers aren't lined up with our numbers. There's a pass to the right side, a little bit of a flip out there, a little kind of a screen, one-man screen, and it's going to be short of the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down at about 4 yards. Out to the Beet Digger 44. They're going to send the kicking unit in, it looks like.
That's a great set of downs for Brush there. 6:32 to go in the opening period. Brush is set to receive the first punt of the game from the Alliance Bulldogs. Right now, the Alliance calls a timeout.
Timeout called by Alliance.
Okay. Well, while they do that timeout, let's take a short timeout. Beet Diggers tied 0-0. 6:32 here left in the first period. About to receive the kick. We'll be back in a moment on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.
You're on.
Okay, welcome back. And we're getting set for the punt by the Bulldogs. Morales is deep. And punt down the middle. Everybody stay away. It's going to get a good roll, Bobcat roll of about 12 yards. Put it down about the 22-yard line. The Beet Diggers ball, though, as they held them 3 and out. So we'll have the Beet Diggers north here.
Well, in that last drive, Rob, Brush had a lot of success when they were just running the ball, keeping it on the ground. They decided to throw a pass, and of course it results in a turnover. So I would look for them to do the same thing again. Just come back and run the ball, grind the ball down the field, convert, and hopefully get in there and get a chance to score. I know you still got to keep them off balance by throwing the ball, but you got to pick and choose when you want to do that.
Okay, Hunter Dunn to the near side. Queen in motion to the far side, and Alejandro's going to hand it off to Wellen, and nice little spin move. He's going to pick up about 3 yards. Looked like he was hit right at the line of scrimmage and twisted and squirmed for, call it a short 3, a little short of 3, but I get to play going here. And who's number 80?
Number 80 is Edgar Escalante, I believe. Edgar Escalante.
They changed from 88 to 80. That's okay. Okay. Here's a keeper. Alejandro has it, but he's going to be hit short of the line of scrimmage. He's getting kind of power driven there.
Well, that was a design bootleg left, and what he needs to do is he needs to come out and needs to follow his guard. His guard looked inside the block, and he, instead of just bouncing it to the outside, he tried to cut it back in where the pursuit was, and as a result, he was tackled, and I believe he even lost about a yard on that.
Yeah, he lost. Moved the ball back to the 23. So it'll be 3rd and long for the Beet Diggers. Call it 3rd and 9. Move from the near side hash. Alejandro under center. Drops the ball. He's got a ball on it, I think. He's going to get crunched down there. The Beet Diggers going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, it was a fumbled snap. The ball never got to his hand from our viewpoint up here, and it's on the ground. He was lucky enough to be able to recover that fumbled ball right there because there was Bulldogs all around him, and if they'd have been able to jump on it, it would have been Bulldogs ball, 1st and 10 right now. Now we get a chance to get out of this deep out of our end zone with Puga on the field ready to punt the ball away.
Junior Puga gets set up, number 75. Kyson Harris, number 4 for the Bobcats, is back deep. And a low line drive kick kind of away from Harris. He's going to pick it up inside the 35, cuts to the sideline, and we're going to get a flag out there and a good tackle here right in front of the Bobcat bench by the Beet Diggers.
Yeah, as the Bulldogs were getting ready to set up on their return, one of our receivers were coming downfield, and he just got blindsided. It was an illegal block in the back. Referee was standing right there, threw the flag immediately, and therefore it'll be a 15-yard penalty assessed from the point of contact.
Nice tackle in there by Chase Barnett and Cesar Hinojos. So that's going to go clear back, and they'll have 1st and 10. Clear back to the 29-yard line.
That's about almost where he caught the ball on the punt.
They'll head south. No score here, 4:03 left in the first period. Bobcats will bring Mason Hemstra to the near side. Good to see him back out there. And there's a handoff right up the middle, big hole. Nice run there by Kyson Harris. He figures
The defensive
had
line
a little wedge in there.
Yeah, defensive line just got blown up at that point, and there was a huge hole there. He picked up 9 yards, almost a first down, and so that's what we cannot have happen to us. We've got to make sure that our D-line are doing a good job of getting their hands on those linemen there and letting our linebackers make those tackles.
Puga, one of the defensive tackle here. Jackson Dunker, a quarterback to the near side. They're going to run to this near side. A nice cutback by Harris. He's going to get the first down, but not much more. And it was Wellen on the tackle. That's Nick Wellen. It'll be in 1st and 10. The ball right about just past the 40-yard line.
3 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Ron Elbow along with Rob Hastings. You're listening to Beat Digger Football.
Got 2 wide receiver going to the left side of them. One of them's Chandler Stinson. Backs in the kind of that pistol look, and there's a keeper, a pass going deep. Beat Diggers, oh, what a good defense there. Hey, let's see, who is that?
That was
Beat
Hunter
Digger?
Dunn.
Hunter Dunn back
Dunn.
there. He's just about an inch too tall. He about snagged that one.
Yep, he was in great coverage down the field on that receiver, and just, perfect position. Should hopefully come away with that ball, but way to knock it down and not let them complete that pass.
Makes it 2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line. Or 41, I guess you'd call it, since it's not touching the 40-yard line, but really
40.5.
Yeah, number 3, part of the wide. 3 wides to the left side, 1 running back, high snap, and right up the middle goes Kyson again. Kyson Harris. He might pick up about 3. I think that was 62 on the tackle there for the Beat Diggers.
Thomas
Matlin.
Matlin. Third
We'll
down.
give him 2 yards on it, a long 2.
Third down and a long 8. I'd say it's closer to 8 rather than 7 looking at the spot of that ball right now.
Okay, we're set to go. And they're going to try a pass out to the near side. Oh, a nice catch there. There's good coverage by the Beat Diggers. Breaking into the clear. Wellen's going to be down inside the 30-yard line and finally drive Chandler Stinson out of bounds. I thought the Beat Diggers had that one covered.
Yep, he just made a nice move, a deep in cut, and Jackson Dunker was the defender at that time, and he was able to pop that ball up in the air and grab it out of his hands and get upfield for additional yards, and luckily Nick Wellen was there to run him out of bounds.
Nice long pass there. Catch and run. Okay, we'll have 3 wides to the near side. Bobcats headed to our right, south. Got the 1 running back behind, and they hand it right up the middle. And a little cutback run for about 5 or 6 yards by Kyson Harris.
That time running to the strength of their offense. The defense, the strong side, was to the near side of the field. They had 3 receivers over there, plus that back. And Isaac Morales was the first one to come in contact with him, but was not able to grab him on contact. Luckily, Nick Wellen was sliding down the field and was able to tack one.
2nd and 5 for the Alliance Bobcats.
Bulldogs.
Yes, and Bulldogs, excuse me. Bobcat, Bulldogs. Heimster to the left. 2 wide receivers to the near side, kind of stack up, and we've got a flag.
Legal motion, I believe, on.
I think the wide
On
receiver
Alliance.
took off a little quick, but they're talking to the captain from Brush, I think.
He was offsides, defense offside.
Oh, is that what he was saying?
Yeah, it was Thomas
Okay.
Medlin.
It was you. You don't usually see the referee come up and tap minute numbers and say you're offside. That's going to make a 1st and 10 right at the 20 for the Bulldogs. 2 wide receivers on their side, 1 way over to the left side. The back's kind of in a stack now. Throw right to the end zone, wide open. And that's going to be a touchdown, I think, for the, yep, it is. That's a 20-yard touchdown pass.
Nice throw deep to the end zone. Coverage, the corner on the coverage on that was Hunter Dunn. The safety was a little late in getting back to knock that ball down. As a result, a touchdown for the Alliance Bulldogs at 1 minute and 103 to go in the opening period. Right now, score is Alliance 6, Brush 0.
Creighton Siza getting ready to go for the extra point. Kick is up and it looks pretty good. And it is. It's going to be 7-0 for the Bulldogs here from Alliance. They'll have a short timeout. We'll be back with more on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. Beat Diggers set to receive after that touchdown came at 1:03 of the first period. And
About a 71-yard drive.
Kick goes to Queen on the right side. He's coming right up the middle. He's still driving. He's going to come out across the 30. Officials may have marked him down a couple yards back. Must have got a knee down back there or something.
Like I said earlier, Rob, that was a 71-yard touchdown scoring drive for the Alliance Bulldogs. Started back at their own 29-yard line.
I didn't catch the numbers on that, but we'll try to pick up on that. Got Hunter Dunn to the near side, backs to the tee. Hondo under center. And right up the middle and breaking free is Wellen. He's going to be maybe a yard short of the first down. Not a very good spot on that one, but there's still going to be a first down for the Beat Diggers. As they're going to mark that at the 37-yard line. Okay, Beat Diggers ready to go again. Near side hash marks, headed left, white jerseys. Underneath handoff, driving forward, across the 40 and driven back, still on his feet, is Morales, but they're going to call him dead there. Marking about the 40.5 yard line. Pickup of almost 3. Miguel Salazar coming in for the Bulldogs on the line, number 71. Oh, and that's probably the end of the first quarter. It is. Well, at the end of the first quarter, it's 7-0. The Bulldogs in the lead over the Brush Beat Diggers. We'll be back in a moment on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. We get ready to start the second quarter. Fast-moving first quarter with all the runs. But the pass is what got the 7 points there in a long drive by the Bulldogs.
Well, what happened, they just kind of lulled the defense to sleep there, just run the ball, then all of a sudden they broke it with a long pass, and it's a touchdown.
Okay, Beat Diggers headed to the south now, to our right. And off to Isaac Morales. He breaks into the clear across the 50 down to about the 46-yard line. Just got undercut. He was about on his way to the end zone there, Ron.
Nice counter play. A 37 is what that play was. Isaac was quick to hit the hole, picked up 11 yards for a first down. And that's what they got to do. They got to hit those quick hitting ones like that, the trap. They've got to work that inside trap and that outside trap to keep the Alliance Bulldogs, guessing on figuring out what's going to happen with them next.
Okay, they're set to go again. Queen in the slot to the right. You go to the far side through the formation. Hand off to Wellen to the left side. He breaks free. He's up for almost another first down. Down into the 30s there, about the 36-yard line.
Should be just 1 yard
second down and short. Yeah, very short. They're setting that post down over there, the marker. Beat Diggers break the huddle. We'll bring Edgar Edgar Escalante over to the near side. Backs into T. Queen will go through the formation again. And there's underneath handoff, nothing doing there. I thought I seen the ball about to pop out, but they stuffed Welland right. He's going to lose a couple, 3 yards there.
Yeah, the floodgates just opened on the offensive line on that play. I mean, that was designed to go a 55 special where they fake that outside pitch and hand it inside to the fullback, and by the time he got the ball, he was just swarmed by a bunch of Bulldog defenders.
Okay, we'll call it 3rd and 3. Ball's going to be set down at the 39-yard line of the Bulldogs. Hunter Dunn to the near side. Beater stay in that tight formation. Put Queen in motion to the far side. Alejandro's going to hand it to Welland. He's going to be hit in the backfield again. Breaks free. Breaks into the clear. One guy has him around the waist and finally slows him down. Knocks him down inside the 25, I believe. A little short of the 25. Let's call it the 26. Nice run there. Big run. Drive-saving run.
Yeah,
by
making
Welland.
something out of nothing. He
was stopped.
Yeah,
Should've
stopped.
been.
I mean, once again, the floodgates open on the offensive line on the left side, and Alliance was there. They made they had their hands on him, but they just didn't wrap up good enough. And Welland's strong. He's a physical runner. He was able to break through and pick up a first down.
Escalante goes to the far to the left, and Queen's out here to the near side hash marks. And underneath handoff right up the middle. Welland's going for the touchdown right to the corner. And how about that?
Beautiful run, a
What a run, 23 yards.
23-yard touchdown run for Welland.
All right, Beat Diggers. That'll make it 7-6, and the Beat Diggers will set up for the extra point. And I got to write Nick because his brother's been playing quite a bit. And that comes at 9:39 of the second quarter. Junior Fuga gets ball set, kicks up, looks good from here, and it is. We're tied up 7-7. How about that? Let's take another short timeout. 30 seconds on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. So far, a pretty good ball game. Tied up 7-7. Junior Fuga's going to set it up. And it looks a little funny. I think it's just the way the angle is there. And number 4, Kyson Harris, is deep. He sets up around the inside the 10-yard line. Junior's going to kind of pooch kick it to the far side, and it's going to go into the end zone, and they'll get the touchback. So
Nice kick, nice opening, nice kickoff there.
He just kind of pooch kicked it away from the returner down towards the far corner of the end zone.
And that's what you want to do. You want to make sure they've got a long field that they've got to travel. And so putting him at the 20-yard line to start this series at 9:39 to go in the second quarter, a great job for the special teams of Brush.
Okay, we're going to have all kinds of wide receivers. 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side, 1 back. And there's a handoff right up the middle. Not much there. Harris with the run. He might have got a yard.
B&B Appliance. B&B Appliance can help you with all of your appliance needs. Stop in and see what they can do for you. Check them out on Ensign Street in Fort Morgan. That's B&B Appliance, Rob.
Yep, all those great Whirlpool products. Okay, 2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs. 3 wide receivers to the right side, or the east side. Coming out of the shotgun and not much there. Good tackle there. Let's see who's that big number right there in the middle. He turned my way. Oh, that was 21 Welland on the tackle in there, and Matlin also.
And we can't forget the first Brush score of the game is brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants, engineering and consulting services for all of your projects. Strong commitment to their clients' needs set them apart. Get your project started right away, the Western Engineering Consultant way.
Okay, Trevor Durbray is a quarterback now. He's got a little swing pass out to the right side, going to the edge, but nice pursuit by the Beet Diggers. As they bring down Kyson Harris about 2 yards short of the first down. And who was those mean Beet Diggers over there?
Well,
I
Brush
kind of
is,
wish they, well, no, we need them to be on that end of the field.
yeah, Brush is starting to settle down. They're playing some really disciplined, consistent defense right now, and it's causing they're slowing down the rushing attack of Alliance right now. So they've got some confidence going, and let's just keep things positive here, and hopefully they can get the ball back here and put together another scoring drive.
Kind of a short punt. It'll come to the Beet Digger 46-yard line, and the Beet Diggers will be underway, headed south here.
They will start this drive at their own 46-yard line with 7 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the second quarter. We are all tied up 7-7. Brush in Alliance, Nebraska tonight at Bulldog Stadium. Ron Elbow along with Rob Hastings.
Alejandro Maltos Garcia, Hondo, jogs in, and will get under center. Morales, there's a kicking tee laying out the field. It's been there quite the whole game. Isaac kind of slows things. Let's see, whose is that?
That's
Beet
Brush's
Diggers.
tee, yep.
Yeah, we're a long ways from home. We probably don't have those little tee picker-uppers out here. Okay, 2 wides for the Beet Diggers, 1 to each side. And there's a little pass to Queen here to the near side. Nice stiff arm. He's going to be hit out of bounds right into the Bulldogs bench, but he's going to have about 8 yards, I believe.
A little quick hitter, 8 yards.
Queen says that kind of hurt. They dropped him on that brand new, well, I think they got some rubber padding over this brand new track.
Yeah, that right there is where the pole vault pit sets, and the post pits are right there, and so they've got some rubber mats over the top covering them.
It still hurts when those guys jump on you right there. Hunter Dunn comes in. They'll put Dunn here to the near side, but working right from the near side hash marks, headed to our right. And Alejandro hands it to Morales, and he's going to have the first down. And down at the 41 or 42-yard line. And there's Bulldogs. Bulldogs in those blue jerseys, white numbers,
That was
gray helmets, and pants. What's
that was the same play that Morales picked up that big first down earlier again on a 37, a trap, an outside trap. So the trap game is starting to work fairly well on the outside anyway.
1st and 10. Wow, we got a wide receiver way out to the far side. Beet Diggers working close to the near side hash marks, and a run off the left side. I thought Alejandro was coming on a keeper, but good fake there.
That's the deception part of it. So that's another 4 yards for Morales on once again a 37 trap.
Put the ball down at the 39-yard line of Alliance. Hunter Dunn in with the play. Alejandro, the freshman quarterback for the Beet Diggers.
And what this is doing, Rob, is keeping the clock going. It's keeping the clock moving, keeping the ball away from Alliance, exactly what the Brush Beet Digger offense needs to do.
Hunter Dunn to the near side. Queen goes, no, that's well, anyway, Welland's got it. He breaks into the clear, and he undercut there. That had to hurt. Good tackle there. And that was by Kyson Harris, as he hit him right at the knees and brought him down short of the first down by about 2 yards. Bring up 3rd down and short. It was Welland on the carry. Takes a pretty stout tackle to knock him over like that.
He's a pretty solid kid.
Jose Salazar will come to the near side. Beet Diggers working from the far side hash mark. Hand off right up the middle. Not much there. Maybe even driven back. There's Morales. I don't think he's going to get any gain out of that one.
Yeah, he got no gain on that time.
So it'll be 4th down. Kind of did the same play. They've been running to the left side, but it didn't do as well on the right side here.
And the offense is staying out on the field, so I would imagine it's going to be a handoff to Welland, probably straight ahead, inside trap. He seems to be the workhorse, and when you need the short yardage, that's the guy you're going to give the ball to.
Hunter Dunn brings the play in, comes to the near side. Backs in a T. Little motion, handoff to Welland around the edge. He's going to have to go hard. I think he may have the first down, but it's not going to be. He was kind of running sideways there for a moment.
Yeah, that time they came out in a 400 formation where they had a tight end out there, both receivers on the near side of the field, and what happens is the halfback has a kick-out block, and he was able to pick up the first down, but the offensive line just did not get their blocking, and they allowed the defense to come up and make the stop.
Okay. The Lions is bringing in Hunter Klinkerman into the line. He's a wide body. We're trying to stuff up that middle, it looks like. Hunter Dunn wide to the left. Escalante to the near side. And back to pass. And just throwing it up. Oh, and over the head of the receiver. And coming down, that was Morales. I don't think the first pass didn't work very well, and that one was a little uglier than the first one.
Well, he had a lot of pressure in his face, and he was back on his heels, and he just launched the ball up. Probably not the best thing to do, but in order to avoid a sack, he just threw it up, and threw it in the area where Morales was, hoping that Morales could come up with the reception.
He wasn't quite tall enough on that one. That was a scary pass. 2nd and 10, though. No harm there. Escalante wide to the left. Backs in the T. A little motion here by Queen. Handoff right up the middle. Goes Welland. I think about 4 or 5 yards there. Put the ball down about the 32.5-yard line. Let's call it 6 for the next 2nd and 6. 3rd and 6, excuse me. Jose Salazar wide to the left side. And back to pass is wide open, right in touchdown, Beat Diggers. How about that one? Oh my goodness. Talk about being wide open.
That was a 30-yard pass to Luke Seawald.
Oh, was that Seawald? Yep. I was trying to catch the number there. But how about that one? What yard line were we on?
30-yard line.
30?
Yep.
30-yard pass for the Beat Diggers. Junior Fuga is getting set for the extra point try. And he's going to call timeout. They hike the ball anyway. And now they're going to throw the flag. I don't know. It looked like there was a little motion there way early. Oh, illegal participation on the Beat Diggers. They had too many players out there.
Too many players in the field.
Oops. Okay. So that's going to move them back. We'll see what kind of leg Junior's got there. Is that 5 or 15? That's a long one. Too many players on the field. So they're going to set the extra point try from the 25-yard line. Caden Swint is and the kick is good. Caden Swint got it down. It looked like he was about to get run over. Had to wait for the ball to go through. It'll be 14-0 for the Beat Diggers, or 14-7 after 2 touchdowns by the Beat Diggers. How about that? Let's take 30 seconds on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. Junior Fuga tees up the ball. Has he got that laying sideways there or something? It just doesn't look right.
I think it's just the way that the stripes are on the football.
Okay, Kyson Harris is back deep, and Junior's going to kick it towards the end zone, and no, it's picked up. I thought he's picked it up about the 1 inch line.
Whoa.
I thought it even hit the pylon there.
It stayed in bounds. It was at about the 1.5 yard line where he picked it up and returned it. And, you know, Brush doing a great job that last drive of mixing up, kind of getting the Bulldogs defense off course, thinking they're just going to run. Then all of a sudden they open it up with the tight end pass down the field and for a touchdown. So now that puts them up by a score of 14-7. That's a great offensive series on the part of Brush.
That was a heads-up play by Kyson because that ball's sitting there at the 1.5. Thought it was going to go out of bounds or into the end zone, and he had to grab it and run it out to about the 15-yard line. And here comes a pass to the near side, like a pump and go, and there's a catch across the 50, and number 3 is running. Nobody's going to catch him. And oh my goodness, that's another touchdown for the Bulldogs.
That was a 75-yard touchdown for the Alliance Bulldogs. They had the ball.
Nice touch pass there.
After that opening kickoff.
Right after that kickoff, and that drive didn't take very long. 2:35 here. Of the second quarter. Here comes the extra point try. Creighton Siza gets set to tie it up. Kicks up and good. We're tied up 14-14. Oh, how about that, Ron? That took not very long. It's not the way you want it to go. Well, how about that? 2:35 left here in the second period. How about Bank of Colorado? The only bank dedicated to help you make the most of living here. They're not just a bank in Colorado. They're Bank of Colorado. Proud supporter of local sports and academics. Stop by Bank of Colorado. They got a great staff down there. Okay. Bulldogs are going to kick it away. Pete Diggers send Morales deep, along with Queen. Creighton Siza, number 9, set to kick it away. Is that Derby on the pass, number 20?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, here comes the kick. It's going to be short. And Morales is going to pick it up. Sidesteps the tackler. A couple more, and he's out across the 30. Good blocking there by Jace Krieger and several other beat diggers, along with Jackson Dunker. And we'll set it down. Eventually, they're going to set it down at 30, I believe. Beat diggers headed south. The drive's going to start here at 2:31. Beat diggers will flex a wide receiver wide to the left. Slot left from the near side hash marks. Back and pass wide open. It goes to the right place. Oh, there's pass interference. How do you not run into the receiver like that and not get a pass interference?
I don't understand. He was right in front of him guarding him. That should have been a pass interference call.
Hunter Dunn run into. That surely was catchable if he got through these defender. That's just going to make it 2nd 10. Altus Garcia just laid that down about 40 yards down the field. Just dropped it right to where he was, but okay, near side hash marks. Queen in motion to the far side. Hand off to Wellen. He's going to cut it up for a couple yards. clock running. Inside of 2:10 to go here in the first half. Bobcats Bulldogs. It's a pretty explosive offense there, especially that last touchdown.
Well, yeah, I mean, it just takes one big break like that, and all of a sudden you're back in the game again, and you've got the momentum on your side right now with 1 minute and 52 seconds to go in the first half of this football game.
Salazar wide left, Queen to the near side, handoff straight up the middle. Bowen breaks free. He's going all the way across the 50, down to the 40. Couple men to beat, and he's going to cut back again. Keeps driving inside the 10, down about the 9-yard line. As well, no, man. That was a wild run, wasn't it?
A 62-yard run and a first down, putting Brush in a position for a scoring drive here as we're nearing the end of the second quarter.
And it's just one of those little hitters up the middle. You probably got a number for that, but let's see. We got a timeout here.
Yes, we do.
Oh, we do have a timeout. How about that? Tied up 14-14, 134 and a half. We'll take 30 seconds on 1010, KSIR, and KSIR.com. Welcome back. 134 left here in the half. Beat Diggers driving. Ball just right at the 10-yard line. Hondo will put Queen in motion to the far side. Hand off to Welland, left side. He breaks one tackle, two. There's several tacklers show up there. Bulldogs in the blue. It keeps clock running. He's down to about the 6-yard line, so nice carry there. 6 yards to the goal line for the Beat Diggers. Working from the far side hash marks. Headed to our right. Escalante flexed out to the near side. Handoff straight up the middle. We got a flag. That's not good.
We might have a receiver who's offsides. This wide receiver might have been offsides.
They're talking it over. Illegal procedure on the Beat Diggers.
Not sure where that came from.
Near side referee threw the flags. So that's going to cost the Beat Diggers 5 yards. Instead of, it'll be 11 yards to the goal line now. Second down. Stop. Well, the clock's still running. They don't stop the clock on a...
No, I thought he blew the whistle to stop the clock, but just a whistle to let him know there was a penalty.
Beat Diggers might have wanted to call a timeout there. Still 39 seconds and counting. And there's Welland. Nope, that's Morales, and he's just swarmed under there.
He has stopped for a loss of about 2 yards on that play. 28 seconds to go in the first half.
And we'll have that timeout we're talking about. Why do they do that? How about Transwest? Transwest believes that customers are number one. Check out their selection online or just stop by one of their dealerships. There's one in Fort Morgan and Sterling. There's others scattered around. And Morgan Community College. They're here to make their dreams become a reality for both traditional and non-traditional students. Check them out at morgancc.edu. Okay, been quite a first half here. Beat Diggers like to punch in a touchdown, but they got a heck of a kicker too.
Yep, 14 points on each side of the board for both schools here, so, evens things back up again right now. But Brush, this will be a huge advantage for them to be able to score at the end of the first half here, going into halftime, then coming out. Of course, Alliance will get the opening second half kickoff, but this is a great confidence booster for them.
Beat Diggers in the center of the field. Queen to the near side. He'll go in motion, clear from the far side. And there's a pass right up the middle to Queen. Touchdown, Beat Diggers.
Luke Seawald, second
touchdown.
Is that Seawald?
Okay.
Yes.
I seen the one, but...
Fake 424-81 dump.
Okay. 11-yard pass for the Beat Diggers. They'll take 11-yard passes. Nice job by Seawald from Hondo.
So far,
Okay.
Seawald being the recipient of both touchdown passes tonight, doing a great job of getting open and catching the ball.
And great fakes and a run up the middle. Puga's pass is going to be hurt. Yeah, the kick was blocked and picked off by.
Yeah, the penetration was on the right side of the offensive, right side of the formation for Brush there. They just,
I got
the
caught.
Bulldogs overloaded that side and were able to get in and block the extra point.
Caught Kyson Harris, caught him, was taking off running. I'm like, uh-oh, is there a rule I don't know about? There's not that rule, huh? Okay. Well, we got another stoppage, but the Beat Diggers lead it 20-14. How about that? Be nice to get that extra point, but it takes a lot to get an extra point when you're at this level.
Yep.
22 seconds left here in the half for the Beat Diggers. Up 20-14. So they get set to kick it off. Ingmar Phillips Insurance. Things happen in life, like we know on the east side of Morgan County. Make sure you're prepared with the right insurance coverage. Ingmar Phillips Insurance in Brush and Fort Morgan. Junior Fuga set to kick it away. Kyson Harris sits up about the 15-yard line. Oh, short kick. It's going to come to one of the up men. He's coming to the near side and breaks through a bunch line of tacklers. Finally going to be hit out of bounds into the Bulldog bench. Madeline finally tracked him down. But, excuse me, that was Cesar Hinojos on a tackle, but 13 seconds left and don't go away. These guys been going back and forth. Ivan Cardenas comes in. They're going to set up kind of a, I guess you call him a cornerback, but he's back about 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. Bulldogs start from the 46. Here comes a run to the near side and out of bounds goes the quarterback. That's Trevor Durbay.
And that's just an option for those guys. He just takes and he reads the strong safety and finds out whether if they drop back into coverage, and he's going to take off and run with it. If they come up and try to tackle him, he's going to try to dump the ball over the top of that top of the strong safety on this side. Or that in that instance, it was our outside linebacker Isaac Morales.
7 seconds on the clock. Two wide receivers far to the right, coming from the near side hash marks. To this side. Derby back. He's going to throw a little swing pass out to the far side.
He's all alone.
Breaking out to the free. He's got a blocker. He may go all the way. Terrible coverage by the Beat Diggers. And guess who just scored a touchdown? And it wasn't the Beat Diggers. Ties it up 20-20. And we get a flag. That's probably going to be a unsportsmanlike on the celebration.
48-yard touchdown. Little swing pass. A little. Basically like a 2 to 3 yard swing pass, and all of a sudden he breaks it for 48 yards for a touchdown, and that puts the score 20-20 right now.
And they're talking over the penalty. Did you catch a receiver's number?
No, I didn't. It's hard to see with the dark end of the field or over there.
Yeah, we don't have enough light. With the light off and way too much with it on. I got a good view of the north side of the field. You got a good view of the south side of the field, so maybe we need to trade off, except when they're going back and forth. There's been a long discussion over there about this penalty. Might be whether the Beat Diggers want to take the 15 yards after the half or now. I think they would want to move the kicker back.
Move him back, yes, if they can. Move him back now.
So they move him back. Central Auto Parts, helping with all your automotive and farm vehicle needs, serving Morgan County, your local Napa store in Fort Morgan. It's Central Auto Parts. So they get a chance at a 35-yard extra point. Let's see how Creighton Siza gets set. Fuga made one and missed a short one. And we get Run, a nice kick, and it's going to be good. And the Beat Diggers are going to be down by 1, 21-20 here at the halftime. 21-20 with the kick. How about that? The kick was good from 25-yard line, almost to 26. So with that, let's take a 3-minute timeout. We'll be back talk about the first half here on 1010, KSIR, and KSIR.com. 21 for the Bulldogs, 20 for the Beat Diggers.
Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium. Ron Albo along with Rob Hastings. You're listening to Beat Digger Football on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. We are in a dogfight here. The hometown Alliance Bulldogs leading by a score of 21-20 over the Brush Beat Diggers. And Brush is set to kick off the second half here. Alliance will be receiving the second half kickoff. And as we ended the first half, Brush was up by a score of 20-14, and with not much time left at the end of the quarter, Alliance had a 48-yard touchdown pass for a touchdown, and that went ahead, and the 2-point conversion was good, and that made the score 21-20 at halftime. As far as the Beat Diggers go, Kyle Wellens leads the team, as we said earlier, with 14 rushes for 138 yards and a touchdown. And also in the passing game, Alejandro Maltos Garcia has thrown the ball 5 times. He's had 1 interception, and he's had 2 touchdown passes, and those 2 touchdown passes went to Luke Seawald, 1 for 30 yards and 1 for 40 yards, also as a result, and is resulting in 2 touchdowns for Brush tonight. So a little bit of a long road trip for the Beat Diggers, but they've shown that they're pretty resilient when it comes to that. They have not let that bother them too much. And early in the game, Brush was able to control the clock, run the ball, run the inside trap, run the outside trap, and kept the Alliance Bulldogs, off balance a lot, and then also mixed in a few passes there. And the passes that they did mix in, they made sure they counted. They were touchdowns, and that's why we're at the score we're at right now.
And we had the 1 bad interception early, and but Maltos Garcia, you got to expect that from a freshman. It's going to happen. And they came back and didn't let it bother him a bit. He threw those right on the money for the 2 touchdowns.
No, he just and that just shows the confidence that Coach Schwint has in him. He said he knows that he's going to struggle early, but that's expected. With a freshman quarterback, they're going to take their bumps and bruises with him, but it also shows the confidence he has into him to go back to him again, let him throw the ball, and get some confidence and let him know that things are going to work out. You're going to have some good days. You're going to have some bad days. There's going to be some good plays in there, and what you got to do is, being able to bounce back after those negative plays or those bad plays and turn it into something positive. So that was good to see him, come back to the passing game and get some more confidence back for Maltos.
Okay, I found out who number 3 is. He's listed as number 18. It's Reese Jensen. Plays quarterback, wide receiver, and safety.
And if we were telecasting this and it was on TV, that would be probably a huge thing for him. But since we're on the air here, we know who it is. And
now we know who it is.
Yeah, the numbers don't matter to anybody right now other than just us as we look out there. But
I hate to say number 3. I think there was a couple others, but they didn't play near as much as Reese.
No.
And don't forget, Colorado Plains Medical Center, CPMC, has experienced physicians and highly trained surgical team trained in the latest surgical procedures. Explore what procedures are possible in your hometown. Colorado Plains Medical Center. And AC Ice, crystal clear ice, good for any drink and any time of the year. You can pick up AC Ice at about any local grocery or convenience store in northeastern Colorado.
And that Brush Beat Digger halftime show was brought to you by Stubbs Gas and Oil. Fill up your cooler and gas up your car at Stubbs Gas and Oil. Easy and convenient. Make them the only stop you need on your way to the big game. That's Stubbs Gas and Oil.
Okay, Bank of Colorado. It's the only bank dedicated to help you make the most of living here. They're not just a bank in Colorado. They're Bank of Colorado, proud supporter of local sports and academics. I like sports. I didn't like the academics so much. Okay, Junior Fuga's about to get the ball in another 34 seconds. So don't forget Colorado Prep Scoreboard Show with Kevin Schaefer will air at 9:30 on 1010 KSIR, following the Brush Beet Diggers football with Beet Digger replay at 11 during the 2018 season.
Yep, that's nice.
About time I got to the last page.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
And the second half kickoff will be brought to you by Buildings by Design when it comes to experience. Buildings by Design is the best in the business. Quality, commitment, and experience makes Buildings by Design the only choice when it comes to your next project.
And how about,
To start the third quarter.
well, I guess we got everybody but Mr. D's, and we'll talk about, we can talk about him twice. Mr. D's Home Center, proud supporter of all our area athletes. They'll serve you with all your home, farm, and ranch supplies at 3 locations to serve you, Sterling, Brush, and Fort Morgan. And we're ready for the second half. 21-20, Junior Buga is going to kick it away. And Reese Harris is back there. He's going to pick it up at the 5. Fake to the near side, breaks the tackle, breaks into the clear, one man to beat, and he's going to go all the way. Nobody's going to catch him, and that's going to be a 95. Oh, except we got a hit, and that's going to cost a touchdown. One of the Beet Diggers got clocked over on the far side of the field by one of the blockers.
Keegan Grant from Alliance just ear-holed our kickoff guy on the far sideline in front of the Beet Digger bench. There was no need for that. He was well in the open, and all he did is he just hit him and just took him out on the sidelines. That's a horrible, horrible play on the part of Alliance there. Very undisciplined. You know, you also got to be worried about injury. A kid like that is not looking. He doesn't see the guy coming. He took him out. He's laying on the ground right now, and that's not a good sign. So
that's going to cost them not only. See, the Beet Diggers are marching. Oh, there's a flag clear back here at the 13-yard line, too.
And that flag was late because after he caught the ball and he took off running, he was a good 20, 30 yards down the field before that flag came out. So I was watching the kickoff all the way. I did see when the personal foul happened on their 40, on Brush's 40-yard line, but I didn't see this flag back here, so that was a late flag. I'm not sure when that was thrown.
And maybe it was for the same hit. I don't know. The Beet Diggers are moving clear back. They're going to set the ball down about where he grabbed the.
And that was Hunter Dunn that was taken out on the far sideline, but he's up on his feet right now. Looks as though he just got hit in his left shoulder, and he's walking around. Coaches are checking him out. I know the trainer from Alliance ran across the field to make sure he was okay, and he appears to be okay, so that's a good sign. He's up and moving around.
Okay, somebody probably got the Beet Digger tee this time. We'll have to wait for the official call here. They're going to pick up that flag clear back about the 12-yard line. And the official's going to walk it back. Put it in his pocket, I guess, and set the ball down at the 7-yard line.
So Brush accepted the penalty after where the first flag was. That's why they're now Alliance is deep in their own territory inside their own 7-yard line. First down and 10. 11:45 to go in the third quarter. Brush down by a score, 21-20.
Okay, Alliance is getting set to go to our right as we start the second half. And there's a run right up the middle, and the Beet Diggers hitting hard there. Morales underneath, Metlin in there. Cesar Hinojos in on the tackle. Gain of 2, make it 2nd and 8. Ball out to the 10. So let's say we started that drive at the 7. Lions will send 2 wides to the near side. Quarterback in it. Hit in the middle. Let's see, whose number is that? That's
Nick Wellen.
He hit the running back right in the chops there and knocked him down. He might have got a yard.
Well, he had the ball and he tried to he planted his right foot in the ground and made the cut back inside, and Wellen was right there to meet him and just knocked him to the ground.
Ball's at the 11. We'll start that drive at the 8-yard line instead of the 7. So we'll be 3rd down and a long 7 for Bobcats, the pass coming, deep pass, nice comeback route, breaking into the clear. Welland's down there, going to tackle the receiver, but that's going to be clear out at the 37, 38 yard line. They're going to set that down at the 37. Big pass play. Beat Diggers are not doing well on the pass defense here lately.
Ball was at the 13-yard line prior to that. Snap of the ball.
We're going to bring 3 wides to the near side. Reese Jensen closest to us. Quarterback's in the shotgun. Handoff right up the middle. And that was Trevor Derby, quarterback. Fuga got the tackle. Second down and 8. Ball just short of the 39-yard line.
9 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the third quarter. Brushed down by a score of 21-20.
Hemstra comes to the near side. Reese Jensen way to the far side. Go with that offset eye. And her little keeper to the near side on a pitch.
Right.
And coming to the near side, Queen's going to tackle him down close to the first down.
It'll be about
the
a yard
46-yard line, maybe. Ooh, yeah, it's going to be third and very short for the Alliance team in their blue. Trevor Derby looking to the sideline for the signals. Or maybe they're yelling at him. It's hard to tell. Okay. Third and a short yard. Jensen to the far side. Near side hash marks. And keeper had nothing doing. It's going to be fourth down. Maybe a yard of a loss of a half a yard.
Great defensive pressure and a nice heads-up play by Chase Barnett.
Aaron Taylor in on the tackle, and the running back's a little slow to get up. Aaron Taylor, that's a new name. I haven't called that number.
Getting a chance to get some snaps in there on defense for the Beat Diggers. And one of their offensive linemen leaves the game.
He wasn't on the roster either. I didn't get that one. So that moves the ball back. It's going to be Jensen heads to the far side. Got a little music in our ear there. I'm not sure what that is. Stinson set out that way too. Pass to the near side. Great pass and a run. A big hit. But that's number 5 on the carry, Hemstra. And pinpoint passing by the other team, and not very good coverage by the Beat Diggers.
Just a quick pass out to the flat there, and they pick up a first down, and the ball's down inside the 30-yard line to the 30-yard line for a Brush with 7 minutes and 44 seconds to go. Brush down by a score of 21-20. We're in Alliance, Nebraska.
And that big play come on fourth down, too. Jensen and Stinson to the left side. They're faking, passing across the middle. Beat Diggers are the ones that almost got the interception. Not quite tall enough. And let's see, that was Luke Seawald. Pretty good coverage that time.
Luke Seawald playing free safety there. Making a great break on the ball, just couldn't quite get both hands on it and bring it down as an interception. But as a result, they still broke the pass play up, and that's good now. It brings it second down and 10.
Second and 10. And that was also on the bench was Ivan Cardenas was right with the receiver. Seawald was kind of underneath it. Cardenas all alone out there on the far side. We'll get a little help.
Yvonne
2 wides to the
Cardenas.
left. A little motion this time. To the far side. 3 wide receivers. Underneath handoff. Big hole, but going to stop it up for a gain of about 5 is all. Excuse me, that's only a 2-yard gain.
Thomas Metlin
Met-
and Isaac
Metlin and
Morales on the stop there. Great job, defense.
I thought he had a bigger carry in that, but
We closed it quick. I mean,
got Eric Folchart coming motion. He'll stay with the 3 wide receivers to the left. And straight back to pass, and a long pass towards the end zone, wide open. And I tell you what, they don't miss, do they?
No.
Trevor Derby has got an arm, and he puts it right on the. Let's see who's the
28-yard
receiver there.
touchdown
That's
pass to
I
number,
think that's Harris
number
on
5.
the catch.
Yep.
Derby to Harris.
6:32 to go in the third quarter. Alliance now scores again. They're up 27-20, awaiting the extra point.
Size set to kick it. Pretty good rush, but is right down the middle. No, they're going to say it faded off here, so it's only going to be 27-20 now. 6:32 on the clock. Let's take 30 seconds on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. Kick was missed there by Siza, so he'll have to kick it away here. And deep is Queen and Morales. Morales to the far side. Siza's going to kick it away. Beat Diggers down by 7. And Morales has it. Kind of got some blockers lined up there. He's going to get out across the 30, maybe even to the 33.
Now Brush has got it. It's been a long time since they've had the ball, so they've got to go. They've got to establish himself as some consistency on offense again. They've got to run the ball. They've got to convert third downs and turn those into first downs and try to keep this game close and score another touchdown. If not, this game could get away from them very quickly here at 6:27 to go in the third quarter.
Over a 5-minute drive for the Bulldogs. Well, Beat Diggers come up in a running formation. Queen in motion to the near side. Pitch coming to the near side. Breaking into the clears. Morales, he's across the 50 and drug out of bounds. Nice run there by Morales.
17-yard pickup for a first down for Isaac Morales.
Okay. Nice run there by Morales. Hit out of bounds, but he bounced right back up. They'll put Edgar Escalante to the far side. Beat Diggers from the near side hash mark. Headed north to our left. Queen in the slot to the right. He sets. Handoff right to Wellen. Not much there, but he's going to drive forward for a couple of yards. Make it second down and a long 7 for the Beat Diggers. See where they finally set it down. Let's call it 2nd and 7. Give Wellen 3 yards on that. And all 3 of them come, I think, after he got hit.
Yes, exactly. There was lots of Bulldogs around his feet at that time.
Now we're getting in the clear part of the window here, Ron. Okay. Send Jose Salazar wide to the right.
Yeah. Coach Schwinn calls a timeout.
Timeout for the Beat Diggers. 27-20 here with 5:22 left in the third period. Beat Diggers behind. We'll be back in a moment on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, Beat Diggers, second down here after the timeout. 5:22 to go here in the third period. Hondo under center. He's keeping it. He's back to pass. Seawald was wide open. He kind of hesitated. Now he'll throw it away. And officials may call him dead there. I don't know if his knee was down. Well, he's not marking it, so that'll just be an incomplete pass. Make it third down and 7.
Yeah, Seawald was open right away, but Alejandro did not have enough. He was rolling out there, and he did not have a clear vision of him. Couldn't set his feet and throw the ball. And at the last minute there, he just tossed the ball up. Luckily, it was not intercepted.
a lot of big people between him and the receiver there. Look clear to us.
Yep.
Okay. 3rd and 7 for the Beatigers. Set it down just outside the 45-yard line. Hand off to Welland to the right side. Nothing's there. Oh, we get a late flag. Came from the side judge on the far side. Officials having a big conference out there. Illegal procedure on the Beat Diggers. They'll probably decline that one.
Make it 4th down.
Like 4th down, 6 to go.
Punt team's coming
Or
in.
7. Yeah, here they come. Junior Fugu makes his way out there. 275-pound kicker with 75 on his chest. Let's see, it's probably Harris back deep there, number 4.
Yep.
Junior, see if he can pin him down a little. Ooh, low snap. And he's going to kick it long and high. Harris calls for a fair catch. You got to give these Bulldogs credit. The passes are right on, and they haven't dropped a one, I don't think.
No. Great coverage on the special teams for Brush. Hustling down there, Yvonne Cardenas. Making sure he had nowhere to return that punt. 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Ron Elbow along with Rob Hastings. Brush Beat Diggers down by a score of 27-20 in Alliance, Nebraska.
Alliance is going to head south. It's 4:40 on the clock, 3rd period. Okay, Alliance is probably going to stay with that passing game since they've had a really good luck with it. 2 wides to the near side and a carry right up the middle. 2 or 3 yards there. Oops, a late flag there.
I think that might be a personal foul called on Jade Queen, as he was one of the last guys come flying in there after the whistle was blown and the ball player was down.
I've got a telephone pole in between where that happened, but that's going to cost the Diggers 15.
Yeah, uncalled for. He was down on the ground. You don't need to make those kind of plays.
The Alliance trainers is headed out there.
Yeah.
Now here comes the Water Boys. So we got a short break. Equitable Savings and Loan. Mobile banking on the go makes banking easier for you when you're on the go. Check it out today. That's Equitable Savings and Loan. And Buildings by Design. When it comes to experience, Buildings by Design is the best in the business. Quality, commitment, and experience makes Buildings by Design the only choice when it comes to your next project. Okay, we're getting ready. Let's see, trying to catch that number. A little dark, I think that's sizing. Yeah, they're treating him for a cramp, it looks like. They'll bring Reese Jensen to the near side. Wide receiver in. They're going to throw a little screen out here, one-man screen, and there's nothing doing. No gain. As the pass went to Chandler Stinson from Trevor Derby.
Nice stop for Jackson Dunker for the Brush Beat Diggers of being heads up, knowing where he's at right there. Didn't get fooled. Textbook tackle there. He broke down, made contact, wrapped him up, and brought him to the ground and waited for the rest of the Beat Diggers to show up.
Derby gets to play. Kind of a choir boy formation out there. And he's kind of making some hand signals. Now they send Hemstrid to the way out to the left. 2 wides to the near side. A little motion across the formation. And we get whistle blow, flag, maybe it's delay a game.
Yeah,
Came from the back judge.
Yeah, that play was late coming in, and then they were trying to hustle to get the formation set and get the guys in motion. Just ran out of time.
Kind of a new look. They take Eric Fulchert and stick him in motion across and then set him down as a inside wide receiver with the 3 trips to the left. We'll bring Hemstrid here to the right. 3 wides to the left side, the far side. Shotgun. And it run right up the middle. Not a whole lot there for Kyson Harris. And he
He's down.
doesn't like it.
He's holding his shoulder.
Oh, he's got cramps
got
too.
cramps
Oh,
also, both.
somebody grabbed my foot. Hold it up in the air. Good job for the quarterback. Good call. Trevor Derby is stretching out. Now here comes the trainers out there. How about that? It is 27-20. 2:54 left here in the third period. It is got an injury timeout out there as I think the guys are starting to cramp it up. It's a beautiful night for football. A little warm maybe, but how about Western Engineering Consultants? Engineering and consulting services for all of your projects. Strong commitment to their clients' needs sets them apart. Get your project started the right way with Western Engineering Consultant. Chad Cox, and I'm not sure how big a sport crew he's got there, but he'll do a great job for you. Okay, 3 wides to the left again. Bulldogs. Get a handoff. Oh, no, a pass. Here it comes. A long ways. The Beat Diggers. Oh, great coverage there.
Yvonne Cardenas.
Is that Yvonne out there?
Yep.
Yeah, he outrun the wide receiver and almost got to the ball. That was, let's see, that's 20, 30, 40. Over a 45-yard pass in the air. That brings up 4th and long.
Yeah, our cornerbacks are Yvonne Cardenas and Caden Schwint now. 2 young freshmen getting lots of playing time on the defensive side.
Cardenas will come here to the near side. Now we'll have to get somebody back deep, and that's going to be Yvonne Cardenas.
Yep.
Sizer gets a big rush, but he gets it away. And Beat Diggers stay away from it. It's going to set down about the 43-yard line of the Beat Diggers. 1st and 10 Diggers. They're only down by 7 here with 2:31 left. So they move out on the field. And we got 2:31 till our next, till the end of the quarter. But how about Stubbs Gas and Oil? Fill up your cooler and gas up your car at Stubbs Gas and Oil. Easy and convenient. Make them the only stop you need on your way to the big game. Now I could use some of that good stuff they got behind the counter there. Oh, man, they got it all there at Stubbs. Okay, Beat Diggers, 1st and 10 from their own 43. There's a pass out to the far side, right into the hands of the receiver, bounced off the receiver, and there's going to be a touchdown for the Bulldogs as it popped up in the air, and Mason Hemstra wasn't going to miss it. It just bounced right into his hands. Ouch, those kind hurt. That's not the quarterback's fault. He put it right in the receiver's hand. Ouch. 43 yards, huh? INT, that's the second one of the game. 2:21 on the clock here in the third period. Lions have a little trouble getting the right team out there, so they're going to call timeout. So with that, let's take a short timeout. The Beat Diggers now down 33-20 with 2:21 on the clock here in the third quarter. Be back in a moment on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. And Alliance has decided to go for 2. Quarterback's back with a pass out here to the near side, and boy, he doesn't miss, and his receivers don't miss either. 2-point extra point. There's a pass to Mason Hemstra. Nice job by Trevor Derby again. So that's going to make it 35-20. Beat Diggers down after that 2-point conversion. Got a long ways to go here. Okay. I think maybe we can take, well, let's just hold it here. Got a lot of great sponsors we can talk about, like Mr. D's Home Center. Proud supporter of all our area athletes. They'll serve you with all your home, farm, and ranch supplies with 3 locations to serve you, Sterling, Rush, and Fort Morgan. And it doesn't hurt to go to all three of them. They got all kinds of good stuff there at Mr. D's Home Center. Okay, Queen and Morales deep again. Tigers down by 15 here with 2:21 left, third quarter. Size is set to kick it away. Yes, nice high kick. One of the up men gets it and runs right up the middle, breaking out, and that's Wellen, Nick Wellen, right across about to the 42-yard line. It's about where they were just a couple minutes ago.
Yep.
Seconds ago on the clock. Pete Diggers will take over with 2:16 on the clock. Yes. Several replacements coming in for the Pete Diggers. A little short man there. Yes, Pete Diggers will head north. Down by 15. Queens wide to the near side. Who's got the ball? Underneath handoff. We got a fumble down there.
That would be Wellen on the carry. Right now it looks as though the Brush offensive line they're just not moving. They're not moving their feet. They're not gaining ground on the running game right now. Alliance has been able to shut them down. They've been able to stop any kind of movement on the part of the offensive line. So Brush has got to establish themselves again here. They've got to get the ball and they've got to run, because right now, the pass, it's not working for them. They've had an interception the last time they threw the ball.
Braden Palmer on the stop. We'll put Queen into motion, and we've got illegal procedures on the Pete Diggers.
The left side of our offensive line, I believe, moved.
They're pointing the big guy here on the near side.
Yeah.
Big guy's been doing a pretty good job.
Yep.
Jaden Martinez out there. I'm trying to pick up some of the numbers, but have to restart here. Clock's winding down to 1:20 and going third quarter.
Jalen Thomas Metlin on the left side.
Seawald to tight end to the near side now. And there's a little end around here by Queen. He's going to be hit down. And it drives out about the 38-yard line, 37.
Yeah, Queen set up in the slot to the far side of the field. They brought him in motion to hand it off the ball. Just another way to try to see if they could catch that defense off guard and try to pick up some positive yards.
Different look on their formation there from what they've been doing.
Yeah, they came out. That was the 400 formation. They've just brought that slot in motion to the near side.
So that makes it 3rd and 9.5 for the Diggers, working from the near side hash mark. Garcia put Queen in motion. Pitch to Morales. He's got some blockers out there trying to hit the edge, but he's going to be hit down hard. Good coverage there.
Great
52 on
pursuit.
the Bailey Hood on the tackle.
Yeah, great pursuit. The way that played, we've got another injured player. That's a quick pitch to the far side of the field. The tight end's responsibility is to hook the defensive end. And then we've got, let the running back get the quick pitch and get outside and make a move. And the defense did a great job of stringing that play out, and therefore, as a result, it's a stop of the play. And we've got a player down. I'm not quite sure who it is. I'm thinking it might have been the ball carrier, which would have been Isaac Morales at that time.
Looks a little small for Isaac, but I think he's over there on the knee. But
And if it wasn't him, it would have been the
wide receiver.
Well, there's no
I'm
wide
not
receiver
sure.
on that formation on that side.
No. While they tend to that, Cargill Meat Solution. Cargill works with the community to make sure their jobs for the members of the communities they're in. Cargill Meat Solutions. They're having a job fair coming up too. You might check that out. B&B Appliance. They can help you with all your appliance needs. Stop and see what they can do for you. Check them out at Hinson Street in Fort Morgan. B&B Appliance. All those fine Whirlpool products. My wife just keeps wearing them out.
Those things work really well. I know we've had a set in our house since we built our house 15 years ago, and they've held up very well. So,
Well, ours works wonderful, but I keep leaving junk in my pockets. So just got to get the repairman out to take it out. The machine's doing fine. Don't tell her I said that.
It was Isaac Morales getting up.
That was Isaac. Okay. He got a little dinged up in the last game a couple weeks ago. Junior Fuga's going to kick it away here.
I'd look
Get
for
the Water Boys off the field.
I'd look for Alliance to bring the pressure this time and see if they can block the punt. They're lining up a little bit. They've got this number. They've got one of their wings on the outside here looking to come and block the punt.
Queen flexes way out here to the near side.
Oh, they hold up, set a return up.
Fuga puts the ball down, punts it away, and a little run back. Good job by one of the Beat Diggers. The gunner had to run about 10 yards up the field. I've seen something fly in the air. Is that a flag or
I think that just was a
marker?
the marker where the ball was caught at. So that's the end of the third
Okay.
quarter.
Beat Diggers down 35-20 to the Alliance Bulldogs. We'll be back in a moment on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, we're underway. A little short gain by the Bulldogs, and that was Kyson Harris on the carry for about a yard. Trevor Derby, number 20 quarterback, gets the play. They're up by 15. Got 11 and a half minutes to go in the ball game. Stretch Reese Jensen out to the far side. Alliance working from the near side hash marks. There's a nice tackle out there by the Beat Diggers. I think it was 75 getting his arm out there. Juvenile Puga. As he tripped him up, and then two other Beat Diggers jumped on top. A gain of about a yard. Make it third down in the short 8 or a long 7. Derby brings them out. Sends two wides to the far side, one on the near side. That's kind of stacked up. And here comes a pass to the near side, and there's another reception. And running is number 5, Mason Hemstra. Those guys don't miss and they don't drop them. That's just, we're doing high school ball. You don't see these guys do that well in the pros. Catch ball after ball after ball. I can't remember when they had their last incomplete pass. Hemstra is cramping up too.
And we've got another ball player in for Isaac Morales at linebacker. We've got Jace Krieger, who's another freshman, stepping in to play linebacker for Isaac Morales.
Puts the ball down to the Beat Digger 33-yard line. Big play again. Have two good stops and then let a big pass go away. There's pretty good coverage there on Hemstra.
He's just the quarterback who throws the ball
pass.
very well,
Yeah.
and their receivers catch the ball and they make big plays after they catch the ball. And they're making positive yardage every time they catch the ball.
10:36 left, 35-20. Alliance leads over the Beat Diggers. Transwest believes that customers are number 1. Check out their selection online or just stop by one of their dealerships in Fort Morgan or Sterling today. And guys got to start chugging that sports drinks, don't they?
Well, you know, when you get to this point, you had to have hydrated before the game a whole lot and during the game as much as possible with the cramping. I mean, it's hot out, and this guy's going both sides of the ball.
Got a little quick hitter underneath for a gain of about 3. And that's number 40 on the carry, Folkert. He's a junior at 5'9", 150.
He looks a lot bigger than 150 pounds out there. I don't
He
think
does, doesn't he?
that
Maybe that's last year's size. I got this off the internet.
He looks like closer more to about 140, probably 180 pounds out there.
The Beat Diggers 30. Second down and 7. Hand off, a little sweep to the right. And no gain there. Nice job by the Beat Diggers. Morales is back in and makes the tackle. A little more help there. The Beat Diggers a little slow to get up.
That play, I think that's Junior Puga, or Yep.
Junior.
Puga on the
He
ground.
was on the bottom of that.
Coach Whipple comes out to escort him back to the sidelines and get another sub in there for him. He needs to get a little rest, probably get some more water, and then be able to get back in there and go again.
Pretty warm night to be running around when you're 275 pounds. That's easy for me to say. but-
Conditioning. Just got to get conditioned, got to get in shape.
Yeah, it's tougher when you got to carry that extra weight. But okay, we're back underway. Straight back pass, and they're going to go for the end zone, wide open, just an inch too long. Oh my goodness! Another great pass throw by Trevor Derby.
It's a lot
That
of
was
responsibility to ask. You had Caden Schwint on the coverage on that, and we had a safety deep over the top, and the safety was right there, but still the receiver had a step on Caden Schwint. He had to play catch up, and if that ball would have been right on, it would have been a touchdown for him.
I watched them in warm-ups, and their passing game was scary looking. Because they had two groups going at the same time, and whoever was throwing them was putting them right on the money. Okay, 4th and 8. Just short of the Beet Digger 30. And back to pass again across the middle, wide open and up in the air, and it's going to be Beet Digger ball. As the receiver tapped it. It was number 6 on there. And I'm not sure who that one is. But it'll be Beet Digger ball. Call it their own 31. 9:03 to go. Down by 15.
.903 to go in the fourth quarter. 35-20. The Alliance Bulldogs over the Brush Beet Diggers. Ron Elbow along with Rob Hastings from Alliance, Nebraska.
Okay. Handoff straight up the middle. Just power drive and drive by the Beet Digger runner. That's probably Wellen. So he didn't have much there, but he gains 4 yards. Pretty good drive there by his blockers. One of them was Nathaniel Miner. Get him rolling in the right direction, he can clear a hole too. Not sure who's next to him there. Is that Madeline?
That'd be Medlin.
Now back to pass. And we got a receiver here to the near side. And if there's an interception, there was a push off on Queen, and I think that's going to be a pass interference. It could be. See who they call it on. Side judge runs clear back to the center of the field. Talking it over. This Queen got bumped a couple times early. Maltos Garcia laid the long pass out there. Pass interference.
Pass interference on that cornerback.
So will stay 2nd and 6 for the Beet Diggers. See if after they mark it off, it should be 1st and 10. They're going to go back to the 35-yard line and mark it off. Penalty occurred down about Alliance's 40-yard line, so it'll be inside of Alliance's territory, 49.5-yard line, 1st and 10 Diggers.
Keeping the drive alive at 8:19 to go in the fourth quarter.
Okay, big break for the Beet Diggers, takes away an interception. Clock running, 8:09. Inside handoff, Wellen is going to get about 3 yards. Put it down to the 47-yard line of Alliance. Beet Diggers going from left to right towards the south. Caden Swint runs in with the play. He must have fresh legs, boy. He really covered some territory in a hurry. He'll swing out here to the right side. Queen in the slot here on the right. Maltos Garcia under center. Hands it to the left side. Breaking into the clear. Got blockers. Here comes
Face mask and a fumble.
And a fumble.
Wow.
He had
So Isaac Morales has a
his best run of the night,
18-yard
I think.
run down the field. Face mask at the end of the play, then a fumble. And right now, Alliance has recovered the ball. The referees are gathered up at the 30-yard line trying to figure out and sort this whole thing out. Key is, when did that face mask happen, before or after the fumble?
Moving the ball back to the 29. Fumble was about the 24.
Unintentional, only a 5-yard face mask.
2 turnovers Beet Diggers got away with in this drive. Ivan Cardenas out to the left. Garcia under center. They're set. Hand off to Wellen right up the middle. He breaks the tackle. He gets into the clear. He's going to go for a touchdown. How about that? Nick Wellen took a step to the center, cut off to the left side, and runs in from the 24-yard line.
24-yard touchdown run for Nick Wellen.
The Beet Diggers right back in this thing. Probably think they'll go for 2.
It's a good call right now. They will go for 2.
Junior kind of went out limping a little bit. His last extra point was blocked. So looking over to the sideline, I think we're going to get a timeout here, and we will. Oh, it is timeout. 7:07, 35-26. Let's head back for station ID and a short timeout on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Welcome back. Beet Diggers going for 2. Back to pass is Garcia. He's got a receiver in the end zone. And pass is going to go over the head. One of the defenders fell down, and the Beet Digger receiver fell over the top of him. I guess that wasn't pass interference, but ball wasn't very close. But so it'll remain 35-26. With Alliance on top. Well, how about Bank of Colorado? It's the only bank dedicated to help you make the most of living here. They're not just a bank in Colorado, they're Bank of Colorado. Proud supporter of local sports and academics. AC Ice, crystal clear ice, good for any drink at any time of the year. You can pick up AC Ice at any local grocery and convenience store in northeastern Colorado today. And tomorrow, too. Colorado Plains Medical Center has experienced physicians and a highly trained surgical team trained in the latest surgical procedures. Explore the procedures that are possible in your hometown. Colorado Plains Medical Center. Well, Beet Diggers have to kick it away. And we got a different kicker out there.
Well, Puga's cramping up, so I think this might be Caden Schwint who's kicking the ball off.
Maybe the Beet Diggers will be going for an onside or something. A little early in the game for that. 7:07 left. And a little pooch kick down the middle. And Bobcats will just step on it. Yeah. Oh. And it'll be Bobcat ball on their own 27, it looks like. Bobcats headed to our left, the north. And we're down, still holding at 7:07 on the clock. Trevor Derby has a little motion. Now he'll stop, run right up the middle. Pretty good hole there. And about a 5 or 6 yard carry for Harris.
Just right at the straight ahead at the defense right there. Found an opening, picked up 6 yards, bringing up second down and 5. Well, 5 yards, bringing up second down and 5.
Yeah, thought he had a little more gain than that. Second and 5. Inside of 7 minutes to go. Beet Diggers down 35-26. They really needed that 2-point conversion. Can we move Hemstra to the near side? Yvonne uncovering him, and there's a run right up the middle. It's going to be a first down, I believe. Yep. Move it out to the 37-yard line. First and 10 for the Bobcats. Two 5-yard carries.
And that keeps the clock running, Rob. Exactly what Alliance wants to do, control the clock, use up as much time as they possibly can here. I don't see them really coming back to throw the ball too much if they can run the ball and control the clock.
Derby, little handoff to Harris. He high steps it around the corner. He's going to drive forward for about 6 yards, maybe 7.
7 yards, bringing up second down.
It's not very big, but he's got some quicks.
They're explosive backs. The backs for Alliance are quick. They're fast. They don't waste a lot of time. They put their foot in the ground and try to get north and south as quick as they can.
Well, it's second and long, too. The ball's just short of the 45-yard line of Alliance. They put 2 wides to the right side. Cornerback's pretty lonely back there, but they'll hand it to Harris again. He gets shoe tackled there. And I think that was Nick Wellen on the tackle. Got him by the toe, put him down short of the first down. It's third and about half a yard to go. Clock inside of 5 minutes to go in the game. Beat Diggers down by 9. The Lions taking a lot of time in their huddle. Let the clock wind down. 4:40 and counting. Oh, a little different formation here. They're in a T, and Harris with a carry, a little off the left side. Well, it'll tackle him, but he's got the first down at about the 47.5-yard line. They're putting together a drive here.
Clock keeps running. 4 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Ron Elbow along with Rob Hastings from Alliance, Nebraska, where the Bulldogs from Alliance are leading by a score of 35-26 over the Brush Beat Diggers.
Trevor Derby will set up. Got that offset eye. 2 wides to the far side, 1 to the near. And he's back to pass. Going to throw it to the near side. Hits him right in the hands. That's a nice catch there by Hemstra. And let's see, that was Yvonne Cardenas on the coverage. He's right there, but Hemstra jumped up, caught it in the air for about a 7-8 yard carry or reception.
Just when I thought they were not going to throw the ball, they come out with a quick pass out to the flats like they've been throwing all night long. Pick up 7 yards.
Derby's got a whale of an arm, accurate too. There's an underneath handoff right up the middle, 1st and 10 into the Beat Digger 40-yard line. Morales with the tackle, but he caught a helmet right in the stomach. Queen's looking at him. He says, "I'm all right."
Wellen's kind of shook up a little bit, trying to figure out what's going on with him.
I think Morales probably went oof, and Queen was checking him out. Bobcats here at the near side hash marks right in front of us. And
Inside
hand
trap.
up the middle, nothing there. Surrounded there. That's 53 on the tackle, Josiah Fuentes. Nick Wellen's going to take a break. That doesn't happen very often.
No, we've got a freshman coming in, Jay Skrieger, in for him.
Okay.
Caden Schwinn also coming into the game. Playing quarterback on the far side. Cornerback, defensive back.
A little confusion there for Kyle Wellen. Now he'll set up, and we get a flag. Wellen was running around all over the place, trying to look where he's supposed to be, and a flag come in. I think maybe one of the guys from Alliance moved. They're going to get an illegal motion.
And
Nothing
Brush,
wrong with being a little confused
Yeah.
and confuse the other guys.
and Brush scrambling around because they've got new guys coming in the game. They got Caden Schwint at cornerback. They've got Kyle Wellen in here at linebacker. So our linebackers right now are Kyle Wellen, Jace Krieger, and Jade Queen. Cornerbacks are Yvonne Cardenas and Caden Schwint. Strong safety, Jackson Dunker. Free safety is Luke Seawald.
Hand off right up the middle, nothing doing. Good tackle there.
Chase Barnett on the tackle.
Barnett.
Great job on the defensive line.
Metlin out there on this end. Also 62 out there. Well, that's Metlin.
Two freshmen.
52 Caesar Renault's out there also. I think. Sometimes I don't see the. Yeah, he's in there, I think. Okay, 3rd down and 15 for the Bobcats. Got a little shotgun motion going here. A pass across the middle and right into the hands of, oh boy, how do you do that? Hemstra. He's
just
covered, and
Yeah.
you just can't cover a pass that comes in like that. That's inside the 15-yard line, and Hemstra's down again. Probably got the cramps again.
Mason Hemstra.
Yeah. Well, that passing game is wicked for these Bobcats. Wow. Willow Coffee and Bake Shop. Get a delicious treat, breakfast or lunch option to make the day better. They're on Edison Street in Brush today. Still working on Hemstra. High Plains Bank. See what a century of customer service can do for you at High Plains Bank in Wiggins. Offering you a variety of banking needs, including agriculture and personal loans. And our friends over at Central Auto Parts, helping with all your automotive and farm vehicle needs, serving Morgan County. Your local Napa store, that's Central Auto Parts. 137 we're down to. Beat Diggers down by 9. 35-26 to the Alliance Bobcats. Still working on Hemstra out there. So, Northeastern, when it comes to your future, Northeastern is miles ahead, and they're the college that's close to home, down in Sterling, Northeastern Junior College. Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. Things happen in life. Make sure you're prepared with the right insurance coverage. Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance in Fort Morgan and Brush. Give them a call down there at Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. Watching Hemstra, he's having a terrible time with that right leg. It's cramping up pretty bad. He's not very big either, but boy, these guys can catch a pass. Don't get anything anywhere close to them, or you're going to have a completion.
Minute 35 to go.
Yep, if they start the clock again. Alliance will switch 2 wides to the right, telephone in the middle, telephone pole, light pole, and there's the runner. And that's 4, I think, on the carry. That's Kyson Harris right up the middle for a couple of yards.
I would assume that Alliance would just be satisfied enough just to let this clock run down, come away with a win, 35-26, or not try to go for the end zone. But
We'll be inside a minute to go
Yep.
here in about 1 second. Number 6 out here to the left, and that's not on my roster. Taking their time, and there's a kneel down. Trevor Derby takes a knee. It's been a fun ball game to watch. But, Beat Diggers showing their youth, I think. And you don't usually see a passing program like this at the high school level. Durbin just knows how to throw it, and they just do not miss it. It's anywhere close to them. I think the 3 incompletes I seen were just a little bit out of the reach, but that'll be the ball game. 1 second to go. 35-26. goes to the Alliance Bobcats over the Brush Beet Diggers. We'll be back in a moment on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back to Alliance, Nebraska. Excuse me, we've been... Oh, thank you. Yep, it is 1010 KSIR, Brush Fort Morgan. And we got this post-game is going to be brought to you by Mr. D's Home Centers in Brush, Fort Morgan, in Sterling. So got all those great products for you. I had to go get a bunch of wafer board late at night, and I got there about 2 minutes before closing. They helped me out, and that was down in Sterling, so that was nice. So anyway, Ron Olbo's got a lot of stats here for us, and the bad news.
Well, Rob, Brush does come away with the loss, 35-26, going down, falling to the Alliance Bulldogs here in Alliance, Nebraska. And as tallied up, these are unofficial stats this time. I think we've got a total of 256 yards of total offense. Nick Wellen led the way with rushing, which seems to be the main offense is running the ball. That's what Brush does, and he had 24 carries for 154 yards and 2 touchdown runs, one of 23 yards and one of 24 yards. It was also nice to see some passing games that we've come away successful with, where Maltos, although his stats were not very good, he was 4 of 12 for 42 yards, 2 touchdowns, but the 2 interceptions were also, not very good for him. But with the freshman, like we said, you're going to take some lumps and bruises with those guys, and you just have to keep plugging along and keep the confidence up. The nice thing about it, Luke Seawald was on the receiving end of both those touchdowns, one for 30 yards and one for 12 yards. So overall, not too bad of a night offensively, but just not the firepower that they needed to keep up with the Alliance Bulldogs. And Alliance did come in with a pretty potent attack. I mean, they were there. We knew they were going to run the ball, but watching them in the pregame and also watching some of the film earlier, I knew they liked to throw the ball around a lot. I knew their quarterback looked pretty good, and he was a good player. But seeing him in person just really, solidified just how good of a quarterback he is at this level. And like you said, you made a comment earlier in the game, Rob, that in high school at this level right now to see that type of a quarterback and that type of a passing game is pretty impressive. So I know that's something that Coach Schwint will probably talk about as he comes up here. He works his way up to us to talk about that on the radio. But this is game number 3 for them. They're 1-3. First game, they had the Wiggins win, then they lost to Fort Morgan, had the week off, and then they lost to Alliance. So they've got to go back to the drawing board again and just continue to plug away and I think look at the film and find out what they've done really well. I know they're going to also have to be taking a look at some of the ball players and trying to find some people that are going to be able to step up and fill in spots for him so that they can get back on the winning ways. They've got a tough game coming up next week where they play at home. It is homecoming. There's lots of distractions that come with that, but playing at home against the Ray Eagles, so it should be an interesting game. And I know they're going to get back to the drawing board in preparation come Sunday when they take a look at that at the film and start planning ahead for Ray.
Yeah, Ray has always been a rival, and we miss that. We miss that rivalry. But there, get that mic turned on. Got a mic here for Lance. But yeah, it's been tough. But you see good spots, and you see a lot of effort out there. I didn't see any quitters out there.
No, they're not going to quit. They're going to fight. They're going to fight hard. That's the way that that team is conditioned. That's the way that team's mentality is. The big thing is just the youth on the team. I mean, they've got young guys there, and those young guys are asking to step up and perform. And you're going to have mistakes. You're going to have bumps and bruises. You're going to have those type of things with those young guys. But they're going to gain valuable playing experience right now for later on down the road.
Yeah, I think you see seeds of a lot of stuff to come here for the Beet Digger program. And Lance is just right around the corner here. I hope. Oh, there he is.
He's working his way up.
Oh, he can't get in. Was the door locked? Ron's going to try to let him in. Lance is down bottom of the stairs saying I can't get in. Why don't we take a short break and if nothing else, we'll run down to him with our phone. So let's take a 1-minute break. We'll be back on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. Lance Swin is with us. Another tough loss, but a close, hard-fought game, and that's whale of a passer they got.
Yeah, they threw the ball really well. We didn't cover as well, and that's what happens.
It's only 148 miles home.
Yeah, long trip.
Long trip. But I've seen a lot of good things out there. Hard running, had some chances, made a couple of mistakes that really hurt, but.
Yeah. We there's a lot to learn from there. Didn't play very well defensively. Offensively, we played well at times, but made some key mistakes at bad times, and that's what happens.
I don't remember a game I've watched high school level that the passes were right on and the guys caught every one of them. I think it was anywhere close.
It's a situation where we didn't rush the passer very well, we didn't cover very well, we didn't tackle very well. So those are pretty bad combination.
Well, that's from our standpoint, it's tough on you and tough on the kids. But I know that you got a tough group there. They're going to get better as we go along.
Yeah, I hope so. We talked a little bit about it afterwards. There's no favors next week because Ray's a top 5 team in the state, so that's going to be a tough one for our homecoming game. And we're playing shorthanded tonight, and certain things we couldn't do that we were hoping that we could do, and it's what happens.
Well, don't want to keep you too long. I know.
Yeah, it's a long drive. Got little kids soccer in the morning, so.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've seen your son out there playing.
Yeah, he gets out there. He tries hard. He's just not very big, and he's pretty limited size-wise. But he'll give it everything he's got. And we needed a kicker, and Puga was hurt, so he raised his hand, and they didn't return it on us. So I guess that's a good thing.
Well, he got it down the field. It ended up real well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. Does he practice that very often?
He did in our backyard, but that's about it.
This first time,
Yeah.
of course, first time in a game, but
he did what we asked him to do, and the kids are trying hard and they're working hard. We just need to get clean. We just need to clean up things and get better from here.
well, how tough is it being a dad and a coach at the same time?
It's probably a lot tougher on him than it is on me.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
You're not one of the bad dads, are you?
I'm a very bad dad.
Oh, man.
Nah.
Oh, I don't know. It's tough. It's hard.
Yeah, it is. But Caden's a great kid. He's been around me for the last 17 years or 14 years. I guess he's only 14 years old while I've been coaching, and so he knows the goods and the bads and everything in between. And we got a good relationship where it's football when we're out here, but when we're at home, it's father-son, and that's the way it is.
Oh, that's cool. You always see the coach's sons, and you go, yeah, they got to step up there because the knowledge of the game is huge,
Right.
especially at this level. I mean, it's kind of like the light comes on for all the guys, and it doesn't happen easily.
Right. And, I looked out there towards the end of the game, and we had 5-6 freshmen out there, and not by choice, but we got people banged up. We got people that are tired and hurt, and that's what we got. We got 23 freshmen, and they're playing a lot more than I ever wanted them to play. But when you get hurt and banged up, they're the next ones in, and I just hope that this doesn't become a habit for us that we this losing, because I don't like it, and I don't think the kids like it either.
No, this is a good, hard-fought game, and well worth the trip. So, hope all the fans at home enjoyed it because I know Ron and I did. It had some good moments. We had some bad moments, and seen some great passing, and not only by their team. The good passes, Seawald and Hondo hooked up, and I see a lot of that in the future too.
Yeah.
Seawald's just a freshman too. Isn't
No, Seawald's a junior.
Oh, is he a junior?
Yeah, he's a junior.
Okay.
But yeah, we're looking forward to next week, and we're gonna work hard, and we're ready to play. I know Ray's not going to take it easy on us because we're 1-2, so we'll have to go from there.
No, been some great rivalries with Ray.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, heat that stuff up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks
All
a
right,
lot,
thanks a lot,
Lance. Be
guys.
careful. I know you got a busload of kids to get home.
Right.
At least Saturday's tomorrow.
Yes, true. That's
Okay.
true. All right. Thank you, guys.
We'll be back at home with the Ray Eagles, 7 o'clock next Friday here on 1010 KSR and KSR.com. So, hi, Ron, you're back.
I'm back.
You get that voice together, I hope. I know everybody's been battling these summer, I think, like we were talking, allergies and pollen and
Yeah.
junk, but Coach Swintz, another tough night, but
Well, you know, when you have a loss, it's not a whole lot you can talk about. He's milling it over in his mind. He's trying to, replaying everything that went wrong out there, and everything that he wanted to do. Like he said, he had some plans, but some players, weren't available, and so it kind of made it tough. And it's hard. It's hard when you have when you're planning, and then something like that hits your team, and you can't do what you want to do. It's a tough thing. It puts a lot of pressure on the coach and the coaching staff, especially the head coach. So. He's going to go back. He's going to take a look at it. I know, I've known Coach for a long time, and he's hard on himself, and he expects a lot of himself, but he expects a lot out of the players too, and they know it, and so they're going to figure out what they can do to maybe make things a little bit more, break it down, make it a little more simpler. Okay, maybe focus on a few things so that when they hit the field next weekend, they can get some, more positive plays and some better things that can happen, and maybe turn things around come next week. So, that coaching staff's not going to give up. They're hardworking guys. They know a lot about football, and they put a lot of time in, and it's tough on all of them. So, we just got to keep on pounding every week after week after week, day after day, and hopefully good things will turn around.
it'll be fun. Homecoming this weekend. Need a great crowd out there. Come out and support the kids. They can use it, and you'll enjoy it. I mean, this is pure football. These kids do it for the love of the game and need to come out and support them. Happy to be here. It's fun. So with that, of course, the Beat Diggers lose a tough one, but they'll be back next week against Ray here on 1010 KSIR. For Rob and Ron, I'll say good night. How about you, Ron?
All right, good night, everybody.
Okay, good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening. We appreciate that.
Yeah, and this has been Brush Football on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Good night.